Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with
Walkers.
And we are on the road today in the bumpy truck. Cassie has big plans for this truck today. What are we going to go get?
I'm gonna go get a porta-cooler. Some people call them a swamp cooler or a swamp fan or water cooler. I don't know, but it's the brand is a porta-cooler, I believe. And I'm hoping to put it in the gym and cool it down a little bit because it is blazing hot in there.
So before we go and get the porta-cooler, we'll bring you along to that place too. But we've been hearing good reviews about the Amish Walmart. And basically it's just a discount grocery store.
I guess there's two different buildings.
I don't know. It also said it has a deli and a restaurant. So we're out on the road today though. We thought we'd bring you guys along.
I see some OSU chairs.
Uh-oh.
Yay!
And show you a little bit about our trip today. So the first place we're stopping they call Amish Walmart, but it's Rop's Discount Grocery, and it's over by Shodo, Maisie area, Shodo Maisie area. And this is kind of the area the people that bale our hay live in and work also. So the kids are along too, Mazzie, Ranger, and we're going.
Ransom's at a basketball camp and baseball camp combined.
Yeah, Ransom's at a basketball camp. And the place we're going to get the porta-cooler though is in Muskogee, and it's kind of a discount store too. I think you guys will enjoy seeing it, so we'll bring you along for all of it. But first things, let's check out Amish Walmart. All right, discount candy bars.
Yeah, that's way cheap. Oreo cowtails, Mazzie. Oreo cowtails. We're not buying Christmas food at summer.
Christmas in July. Mazzie found jewelry, her favorite.
It's so beautiful.
Be careful with them. Which ones did you find? A little bit big, Mazzie. It might hurt your ears.
No.
What's in here?
Cheesecake, chicken,
Spicy chicken.
acai berry.
Maybe when we're not doing Whole30, some of that looks good.
Boneless maple ham.
Chicken pie.
Oh, look at these Ranger.
Oh, there's cheese pizza. Mazzie would like that.
Whoa. And Lunchables grilled cheese.
So they have a lot of these freezers to look in.
Babe.
Huh?
Frozen avocado.
I didn't know you could freeze avocado.
Full bag of them.
Maybe make like
Sliced green tomatoes.
guacamole. Well, that price, $2.68. That's a lot. That's cheap for avocados.
Sliced green tomatoes.
Oh, those look good. Because you put them in the air fryer. But they have a lot of freezers. You just have to open each one up to see what's in it. So just a little bit of everything. Dog food. Bottled water. It's not a bad deal. Yes, the dish soap. It's a lot of dish soap. Ah, sugar-free. So Mazzie, what are you getting?
This.
Earrings,
This jacket.
a jacket, and a Dr. Pepper. And I think we just scored over here. Cassie and I can have this. Buffalo mayo, avocado oil. Yeah, look at that. Right on the front. It says Whole30. See it? And then this, Mazzie, at Walmart, you know how much this costs?
Whole30. What?
At Walmart, that costs $7.
Here, how much was it?
99 cents.
We should come here more often.
And I think a lot of these are Whole30 as well. So let's go through and look at the dates.
We can get all the stuff we need here.
So that was inside the Amish Walmart. Now is this like Amish Bass Pro? Fish and tackle?
I guess.
got the solar panels. You guys are wondering about the electricity. They don't run off of that big grid. They run off of their own grid. All right, here we go. Mazzy, you need a new fishing pole? You good? You just needed that Dr. Pepper? Mama's up there looking at freedom sticks. So now we know why they call it Amish Walmart, because they have a little bit of everything, don't they?
Yeah, and I don't know how much Gary got to video in the like sports store, because we were talking to the guy a lot.
Amish Bass Pro?
Yeah. But they had all sorts of ammunition, pew-pews, bows. I saw some Genesis bows, which for national archery in the school program that I coached, there was 2 Genesis bows. And the price was comparable to what you would get at Academy or whatever. And it said, with proof of school team membership, whatever, $25 off.
Wow.
And they had arrows and everything. But then there was turkey decoys and duck calls and stands and blinds and all sorts of stuff.
So that was really cool. Inside the Walmart side of it, we had looked in almost every freezer. And there were a lot of things that we might come back for once we're not on Whole 30, right, Cass?
Yeah, there was chicken and mozzarella sticks, which the kids could eat now, but we just made Costco's run. But then there was fried green tomatoes and
pre-breaded fried green tomatoes and okra.
I don't even remember what there was now that we're like, hey, that looks good.
Yeah, so just things that probably aren't the most healthy thing in the world, but they'd be quick meal in an air fryer type.
Yeah.
On a quick, when we need something quick.
You eat it in moderation. But also, it looked like what they have is what they have. Next week, next month, they might have different stuff. So then they had farm fresh eggs, and I even saw quail eggs and things like that. So it was pretty neat.
And we showed you some of the Whole 30 stuff. A lot of that stuff was expired by 2 or 3 months. And if you guys know the rules that go with expiration, it's usually Best Buy, and then it's usually better for at least 6 months after that date. It's kind of hit or miss, but there's a guideline. If you've ever worked at a like a food pantry handing out food, then you know what the guideline is. But
yeah, and most of the stuff I looked at was either recently out of date, or some was even still good for a few months. There wasn't anything that was so out of date that I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. So. Yeah.
So if you're ever in the area between Shoto and Wagner, stop by. Check it out. What was it called?
Romps?
ROPS?
ROPPS?
ROPS.
Yep. And, side note, across the road, there's another one.
It's called Creekside General Store, and it's been there a long time, but I feel like it's a little different flavor.
Yeah, it's not more of a discount store.
It's more of a regular price.
Yeah. And last time I was in there, I believe they had some more farm fresh stuff, but they also have a greenhouse and stuff right there and plants. But it's not a discount store. It's more of like a general store. It looks like they sell a lot of wood.
All right. Well, next stop, discount store number 2 in Muskogee, Sooner Surplus.
Yep.
All right. We made it to Sooner Sales. Right off of Highway 69 in Muskogee, Oklahoma, USA. They don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee, as Merle would have us believe. I don't believe it though, not these days. So Cassie's checking it out, but this store is a little different. They take some kind of semi-loads of stuff, and it's a lot bigger. But you can see, discount, I guess that's a discount. Some traffic cones, dog food. A little warm in here, isn't it, guys? But it's kind of like a yard sale. You stop and look, because you just never know what they're going to have. So back here, they have a food section. Random tires. Mazzy's looking for some rear tail lights for her next vehicle.
Totally adopted me.
Dog food, nails and screws, wheels. Oh man, just everything you might want and need in here. Oh, here's two more of these. Oh, I'd like to find one on. Haven't seen one on yet. So we made it back to the house, and a little bit of bad news. Sooner Surplus's, what was it called?
Porticooler.
Porticooler did not come home with us. But we did get something else.
But the guy was super helpful in answering all of our questions. He showed us things that people have been complaining about and brought them back about. But the reason we didn't purchase it is typically they have a 110 plug. This one had a 220.
Yeah, so the story behind it is, you guys saw, they have just a lot of random things. Well, there was a big fire at a Porticool warehouse down in Texas last year, and they bought all of the units that they had that didn't get damaged by the fire, which was over 200 units.
Yep.
And he said a lot of those units had 110, but they sold first. And so there were bigger ones, smaller ones, different sizes. All the ones left have a 220 plug, which means it has to have a special plug to plug into the wall, not just a regular outlet, but
And we don't have one of those outlets at our gym, so no reason to buy it because we don't have that outlet. So
yeah.
But he showed us, he turned it on and all that. It felt so good. I was so excited about it. But we went to Tractor Supply. We got this fan. It'll do for now. Not a big fan of the fans. They're loud and they push hot air. But they had a porticooler at Tractor Supply. It was just over twice as much. So
yeah, so this fan is just a temporary thing right now. The gym does not have air conditioning, and that's not changing anytime soon.
And that's not rare. Most gyms don't have air conditioning. You just don't realize it because you play basketball when it's cold. Now, some of the newer gyms or gyms that have been upgraded, they do. But typically when you just build a basic gym, air conditioning isn't part of it from the beginning, so it is what it is. I coached volleyball for a very long time. Coached and played in unair conditioned gyms. People had a lot of fans. They're really loud. They're annoying. They push hot air, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah. So having air that moves is way better than nothing. But and later on in the future, if they save up the money over time, maybe a new porticool will be in the works. But it is still not the same as air conditioning. It's just a cool spot to get in front of.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have used those before,
Some
but
people call them swamp coolers and stuff. It would take a really big one to cool the entire gym, but it's just better than, it's better than a fan. A fan is better than nothing.
yes. So there is something now. Something will move the air, and we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out in the gym, then I could cool myself off out in my shop with it or something.
Yeah, we purchased this with our own money, so if it doesn't work at the gym, we'll bring it back here or find something to do with it.
Yeah, not too big of a deal. They had several different sizes. So anyway, if you guys are ever running down Highway 69, then you could stop by both of the places we went today.
We also ate at Charlie's Chicken, also on Highway 69.
Yeah, Charlie's Chicken in Wagner had some delicious smoked meats, which we can eat on Whole30.
There was a big rock in it, so when I get it in the gym, I need to make sure the wheels are clean so we don't scratch up the floor.
Yeah, make sure it stays clean and it's nice and new. So it was the quietest one. There were some bigger ones. They had 48 inch and
the bigger you
52.
get, the more they rattle and the louder they are. I'm a loud person, but previously when I coached, I'd have to turn off the fans if I wanted the girls to really hear me if I had something to say. So got this one. We'll go from there.
Yep. So we're going to load up in a little bit and it's going to head over to the school. I'll bring you guys along to do a few things here on the farm. So it is hot outside, isn't it, Mazzy?
Mm-hmm.
So we are in a little bit of a heat wave in Oklahoma. We're about ready to get 100-degree days for multiple days. We are not looking forward to it. And I don't know how much longer the garden's gonna hang on. We'll probably go ahead and harvest our corn tomorrow or the next day. I pulled one ear and it looks like it's ready. But right now we're gonna do chores. Mazzy volunteered to come out and help me. So she already did her chores inside the house that she has to do every day. And now she wants to help with my chores. So I said, come on. So I got all the feed, and if it's a little bit windy, my apologies, but without the wind, I would really be suffocating out here. But Mazzy is petting Benjamin, and by the end of this week, we're magically gonna have an 11-year-old at our house. But right now we don't. How's that gonna happen?
Huh?
How are we gonna get an 11-year-old at our house?
I don't know what you mean.
Right now we only have a 10-year-old, but we're gonna have an 11-year-old by the end of the week. What's gonna happen?
Gonna have a birthday.
Mazzy turns 11 June 29th, and tomorrow is her big birthday party with friends and different things. You looking forward to that? So she can only take so many, so she can't take everybody, but she's gonna have fun with the ones that get to go. And I'm gonna go feed. You gonna ride Shelby?
Yeah, let's go, Shelby.
But Cassie might video a little bit for you guys on that one. I don't know if she will or not, but I think they're going to a movie, and they're also, what else are you doing? You're gonna get your nails done?
Yeah.
Movie, and what else? Are you going to eat?
Yeah. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A? Mazzy has the whole day planned out. You excited?
Uh-huh.
All right, well, you guys can go ahead and tell Mazzy, probably happy birthday in the next video, huh? Because it's not quite there yet. We can't celebrate just
That's
yet.
on Saturday.
On Saturday's her actual birthday. All right, so Mazzy's gonna feed the sheep a little bit of grain. Watch out, Benjamin, come over here. Can you get it in there? Just couldn't pour it all. Good job, sis. So you will see somebody new out here. Before I show them though, Ransom and I stumbled upon these guys, and one of these little ducks was stuck. So we went ahead and pulled it out. I'll show you that video right now. Ransom, what's wrong?
There's a baby duck.
All right, go ahead and get it out. I'm holding Xena back. All right, go ahead and go set it down by its mama. Okay. All right, Ransom's gonna let it go. There it goes. Back to its mama. So this little mama just had 4 babies. One of them was stuck in the water. So we went ahead and removed them from the big pen, and now they're all in here with mama. They're all hiding behind mama. You can't hardly see them, can you? There's the little ducklings. Bella keeps a watchful eye on them. I think she would like to play with them herself. They are not chew toys, right, Bella?
Nope.
Right. So we have 4 little Indian runner ducks, and the surprise that shocked us, we didn't know they were coming, but all of a sudden they just walked up with them. And we're probably going to get rid of the 4 babies because we don't need any more Indian runner ducks. So Mazzy, if you know anybody needing an Indian runner duck, let them know we have some, okay? What are you doing? Swimming in Bella's pool?
Yeah.
So Bella's pool only has about 4 inches of water in it. And I've had a couple people say that I'm being stingy with the water and I need to fill it up or this and that. I tried to fill it up and she would not get in it. She only likes about 3 or 4 inches of water. So people, don't think that we don't try stuff. And if it doesn't work for us, then we can't do it or won't do it or don't do it. So, all right, Mazzy, you gonna come out here or stay on there? All right, well, Mazzy comes. There's our new Tom.
Watch out, dog. Watch out, doggies. Hi.
All right, right here, sis.
He's following you.
Here, you want to dump this out?
Hi, baby.
So just do like a half in each one, half. Start at the very end down there. Just do a little, like about half. That's good. And then another half.
Here.
So he hasn't really got used to us yet. And his name is Toby Keith. Okay, let me do it. So Cassie said that she felt of June's udders and thinks that June is pregnant and gonna be having a baby soon. So I don't know. I'm not no donkey expert. And I don't think Cassie is either. But we thought Patsy was gonna be the one that had a baby, and turns out June, Cassie thinks, maybe bred. So over here, Mazzy, is Reba. Reba's sitting on eggs. Hey, Reba. That's Reba right over there. You know what kind of a turkey Reba is?
What?
It's called bourbon red or red bourbon turkey.
Red Suburban?
Red bourbon. All right. I don't know where the alpacas is. There's Alfred. I don't see Alvin. Oh, all the girls are over there. We'll go feed them. Susie? I don't know. So Ransom, since he got a black eye, he just started walking around now with a helmet on wherever he goes. Ransom, you know what's about ready?
What?
The corn. You want to pick it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to do it today. Zena, come on. Come on, girl.
Ransom, do you have cancel? Yes. Oh, she wants food.
You going to give her a little bit?
Want some? Want some?
Mazzy's over here feeding Muffin. That's good, sissy. That'll keep her, get her tame, kind of. Keeps her coming back for more.
Hey, want some food? Go get it.
You want a little more?
Bring it. It's right here.
There you go, Muffin. All the alpacas got to eat. Oh, Alfred came up. Alfred! Come here, Alfred. All right, we're gonna keep doing chores, but Ransom is now stole his brother's bike. You wanna show him how you ride it?
Mm-hmm.
We had to put that seat all the way down, but he can still ride on it if he can get it going. Gotta get that pedal just right.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
For some reason, I run with it and then I hop on.
Okay, let's see it. Woo! Look at him go. So I finished most of the chores, but the last one I'm going to tackle is the cattle. And I don't feed them every day, basically because they don't have to eat every day. They have all kinds of grass. Blackberry. Back. So they have all kinds of grass, but you can see they have a few flies on their back. So I'm going to try to feed them out here under the cattle oiler to where they have to get in here and get under it to eat the grain. So that should help if they get some of this oil on their back with the flies and stuff. Go on, girl. So I'm trying to get them to do is to walk under there. And as they walk under, you see that oiler puts oil on their back. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And that helps with the flies. So anything you can do to help with the flies at this point is great, because the less flies they have on them, and you can see this guy, I bet he gets under it quite a bit. I see some oil on his skin and you don't see any flies. Now Blackberry, I saw some flies on her, so I really want her to get under there. Go on, Blackberry. See, she walked right under that high point, so hopefully that gets some on her as well. And my reservoir tank, you can see, is about right there and about halfway on that one. So I'll probably mix up some more to get them covered. Hey, Missy. Hey, pretty girl. You don't have a fly on you. I don't see any flies. They probably can't get to you from all that hair. I don't have any more grain, sis. You have to go over there and get it, okay? All right. So there's your update on the cows. I know I don't show them very much. Oh, I see another problem. They ate all the garlic salt. So I'm gonna head up and get another garlic salt block. I have 3 more left for the summer. I'm gonna go ahead and put out more garlic salt. So the flies are always a big deal, but anything you can do to help. Garlic salt helps, the oiler helps. I think the ones that actually get under the oiler helps more than anything. So I'm gonna grab some garlic salt. All right, here's the garlic salt right here. There's some mineral, but what we need is a salt block. Load it up, go deliver it. So we want to encourage as much garlic salt as they can handle. So I went ahead and moved the little tray under the shade. So hopefully these cows love to come up here and they like to get a drink out of the stock tank, and then they come over here and stand in the shade for, I don't know, an hour or 2 a day, and then get more water out of the stock tank before they go back in the pasture. So come here, Missy. Come here, Mammy. Let me try a little bit. Garlicky, salty. It's good. I had to try it before the cows get their tongues on it. She's kind of leery of me standing here, but May said, all right, that's pretty good stuff. Then we've got Rusty and Bill coming over to check it out. Come on over, girls. Come on over. Hey, get away from that. I got eggs in there. So I'm waiting see if Rusty and Bill want to try it out. But anything, like I said, anything helps. You got to fight the flies with everything you have, because with the temperatures and the forecast we have coming, they're only going to get worse. That big steer will come up and eat some of it. He's like, get out of the way. So there you go, catching up on the farm. I know a lot of you said you haven't seen the cattle in a while, and like I said, the main reason is we just don't do a whole lot with them. They eat grass, and I don't have any close to calving right now that I know of, so we just let them come out here in the field, let them do their thing. A blackberry's going to town on it, and wait. So in the winter time, we do a lot more. I just put I think there's over 100 bales of hay in the barn now. I put up the 80 we had, plus I put about 21 more in there. So I think there's about 101 bales. So once it's winter time, we start feeding that. We interact with the cows on a daily basis. But right now, they just get to hang out, drink water, eat grass, and a little bit of grain now and then, and they do good. See if I can find you guys a little bit of a sunset over there. Looks pretty nice. Well, I got a little bit behind, didn't get to catch up with Cassie, but she said the fan blew air, but it was still pretty hot. I just talked to another coach, and he said that he was happy with the air moving at least. So the fan is doing some good. Obviously, it's not air conditioning, but hey, maybe in the future they'll get to add it in just a few years. So fingers crossed that gets to happen. But Ransom said tomorrow is the last day of camp, and he wanted me to bring him in the Jeep. You guys know we had problems with the brakes, the master cylinder. Well, I got a new master cylinder. I went through, worked all through the brakes, got everything working except for one wheel. Couldn't get it to bleed off when I was bleeding the brakes, so I ordered a new brake cylinder for that wheel. But the good news is I have brakes. I have brakes that work well. It doesn't go over 35 or 45 anyway, so I can stop, but the brakes do work. The brakes work well, but I'm gonna go ahead and fix that that last part, but I got it working to where I can take him to practice. I was just checking the oil and stuff and saw my camera and thought, man, I forgot to end the video. So I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna go edit it, and then you will be watching it at 7 a.m. the next morning. So thank you guys so much for following along. If you guys do have any prayer requests, we're gonna leave those down in the comments. I do have a praise though. I just talked to our neighbor, Randy and Stacy got a good report about her brain cancer. It has shrunk and they are lowering her medication. So a big praise for that. Our Lord is moving and working and doing things for her. So if you guys have anything, again, leave it down in the comments. But thank you so much for following along. We hope you have a great day, and God bless.